Well, with a very confident strut making his way to centre ring, challenging for the ISKA South Pacific title here tonight, a middleweight challenger, Nicky Barnes. Hammer, another fighter from the Black Widow gym, Nick Barnes, going up against the knife, the Stanley knife, Stanley Nandex.
I tell you what, Michael, Stanley Nandex, we've seen him recently dispose of
Frank Zamet. Dispose is an understatement.
Tell you what, first round KO, and Nick Barnes better be right on the money, because Stanley Nandex in '99 come to Thailand with me, the WMTC tour, trained at the camp there, and he's been under wraps for some years now, but now he's back, stepping up against Nick Barnes.
And making his way to the ring, the ripped, buff and shredded freight train from Papua New Guinea, the Stanley Knife Nandex. You talk about a man with perhaps the most powerful round kicks in the business, and you talk about the Stanley Knife, Stanley Nandex from PNG, Hammer.
Well, Stanley from Papua New Guinea, former Kyokushin karate background, also based over there in New Guinea, made the transition to kickboxing and then Thai boxing, and now he's stepping up for the big K1 circuit.
And look at
special.
The body on Stanley Nandex, Hammer. What an Adonis.
He's been around for a while, Michael. His experience is very vast. Not a lot of people know about him, but he can put it all together. The only weakness, I say, is perhaps in his hand skills, but his legs, no problem there at all.
Unbelievable legs, shins of steel, and let's go across to the steely gaze of Billy Fisher.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an important one for you right now. This one's for a belt. This one's for a title. It's for a championship. It's for the ISKA South Pacific title for the 74 kilogram class, to be staged under the K1 rules. And it's going to be held over 5 2-minute rounds. And coming out of the blue corner for you, he's from the Black Widow Muay Thai gym here on the Gold Coast. He's the current ISKA Queensland light heavyweight champion. He's had 12 fights for 7 wins, 4 losses and a draw. They call him Nitro, Nick Barnes. And coming out of the red corner, he's Papua New Guinea's finest. Now trains out of Melbourne's Underworld gym. He had the biggest KO win of the year just 2 weeks ago at the Town Hall in Sydney. This man can fight. He is Stanley the Knife Nandex.
Well, folks, hold on to your seats, because this one here might be short and very unsweet for one of these men. The ISKA South Pacific middleweight strap on the line. Last minute instructions from Dave Hedgecock. The Stanley Knife Nandex out of the red corner, and Nitro Nick Barnes out of the blue corner. And will we see the knife, Stanley Nandex, unleash that right round kick, the one that caught Frankie Zamet around the back of the neck, lifted him off the canvas, and scored the most horrific knockout of the year thus far, Hammer, at the Sydney Town Hall.
Certainly was, and the right round kick of Nandex is what you've got to be looking for. He is a big kicking fighter.
I'll tell you what, Hammer, they now talk about 3 all-time great round kick knockouts in Australian kickboxing history. Tony Torcasio's KO against Steve Vick back in the old days. Ian Jacobs knocking out Dale Westerman, Rumble at the Radisson, a Blitz promotion. And now Stanley Nandex knockout of Frank Zamet.
Ready? Let's go.
Here we go, first round set for 5x2. South Pacific title on the line. Nandex in the red and white trunks. Papua New Guinean colours against Australia's own Nicky Barnes. Hands early on here from Stanley Nandex, as the Hammer said, maybe the only downfall on Nandex. And there's the high right round kick to the neck, the one that Nitro Nick Barnes has to look out for, Hammer. Nandex charging across the ring, trying to launch that left hand. And he's like a little bull terrier out of the gate, pouncing on Nitro Nick Barnes early on here in the first round.
K1 rules. Nick Barnes wants to tie up Nandex and work the grapple, because that range, Nandex is very dangerous, very quick, very dangerous.
Hammer, even the legs of Stanley Nandex, massive calves and quadriceps, and his feet are just the size of bobsleds.
He is genetically blessed for the fight game. He's got the perfect fighter's physique. He's very powerfully built. He lives and breathes. He is a professional fighter. He doesn't do anything else but train. Backed by the New Guinean government. They fund this boy to train and carry the New Guinea flag proudly.
There's that high right headache maker again off the right leg from Stanley Nandex. Knee to the midsection there from Nick Barnes. Uppercut from Nandex. Didn't find the target. Oh, he launches the high left round kick this time. Going for the big bok choy.
Just a couple of quick cheerios. Kevin Rendell and Richard down there. John Blair Honda. Big hello to the boys down there, always watching the fights. Jack down at Area 61.
Yes,
and of
indeed.
course Tim Ward ringside from the Drink nightclub, and Joey Lamartina couldn't be here tonight, but a big hello to the boys from the Drink.
Joey the morning.
Joey Lamartina doing a great job down there at the Drink and the Berlin Bar.
And a big hello to Eddie and Tim at FUBU headquarters in Melbourne, in Richmond. Hope you're enjoying the action, fellas, as Stanley Nandex digs in with another uppercut. Can't get his hands through the guards, though, on Nick Barnes so far. And will we see the big kibosh off the right leg from Stanley Knife Nandex into the first round? Hammer, how do you see it?
Well, a bit of a standoff there in the first round. Nandex, the more aggressive of the two. You've got to go his way on aggression. Nick Barnes just a little tentative, not really know how to contend with the power of Nandex, and Nandex for sure will take out that first round. Once again, there's the big round kick that we spoke of, Michael, off the rear leg. Nandex really loads it up. He's a little bit overzealous in charging in on Nitro Nick, but he's got to stand back and just calm it down a little bit, Nandex, and measure his kicks and his hands off, because when he lands them, it is danger time there for Barnes. Nandex stalking forward, just rushing his technique. He just wants to take the pedal off the gas just a touch and work his range a bit more, give himself room to work, and that is probably the key with Nandex.
Stand them back, take it into aggression now, okay? Take it in, that's aggression.
We are ready to rock and roll in the second round of action. The ISKA South Pacific middleweight strap on the line. Michael Chavello ringside with the hammer Mark Castanini. And it's Stanley the Knife Nandex out of the red corner. Paul Fifield, the silver fox with him. And Nicky Barnes from the Black Widow Jim out of the blue corner. Look out for those shins of steel from Stanley Nandex. He's already tried to wind them up in the first stanza. And will he find the... Oh, he's caught him with the high left round kick! The big boom shakalaka!
Round kick off the lead leg.
Like a treat, it's another knockout victory! It's good night all ring for Nicky Barnes! Well, Barnes claiming he was taking a nap on the canvas, but he's A-OK. Didn't look like it though, Hammer.
Oh, Barnes playing dead on the canvas. Dave Hitchcock's called it off.
I thought he was hurt. No way! Okay, I thought he was hurt.
Well, I thought he was hurt too, Hammer. Why would you play possum like that on the canvas?
Well, he could have been trying to do a psych out on Nandex.
He was right. I thought he was hurt.
Well, after what happened in Sydney, I can't really blame Dave Hitchcock if he thought that he was seriously hurt, Hammer.
Back of your head, mate. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll have a look at that one on replay. Definitely have a look at that one on replay. Nick Barnes trying to play the game, and he's played himself right out of the game, in fact.
Well, Tarek Solid saying to Dave Hitchcock, let's listen in. Let it go if you want to let it go.
He was taking the count, Dave. That's what I'm saying. He was taking the count.
If you want, well, yeah, but mate, he's laying. He's not even showing me the way. He's laying back. His hands flat, and his back. He's laying. You wanted to fight again? You want to go again? You wanted to go again, do you?
If you want it, yes.
You want to go again? Okay.
Well, we might be going again. Dave Hitchcock consulting with the team from Black Widow.
I don't know if I agree with that, because if I tell you what, if Barnes has been hurt and this fight goes on again,
no, I can't.
No, that's a good call from Dave. Not,
yeah, but the ISKA representative.
Not let it go again. I wouldn't let it go again, because if he has been hurt and he does something serious transpires, Dave Hitchcock's going to be right in the gun. I'm telling you, he's got to stick by his original decision.
Well, I can't blame Dave Hitchcock after what happened at Sydney Town Hall, and I thought that he looked genuinely hurt. And why would you play games on the canvas like that, Hammer, even if you were taking a breather?
We need to have a look. We'll have a look at the replay now. There's a switch-up round kick. Collects Barnes at the side of the head. Let's have a look how he's landed. We need to see his face. Unfortunately, he's out of frame there. We couldn't actually see the face of Nick Barnes. He did lie in the canvas a little too long. He went down, his head hit the canvas. He didn't move. He just took a bit of a nap down there. They are going at it again.
Well, here we go. We're underway again, folks. Unbelievable. Controversy as always.
Break, step back.
And Stanley Nandex, can he put the lights out on Nicky Barnes? Nicky Barnes claiming he was only napping. big gob of blood from the nose and mouth of Stanley Nandex. He's been caught with something, and here comes Nandex leaping left hand. The Papua New Guinean freight train all over him now. Barnes ties him up. Unbelievable scenes here in centre ring, Hammer.
Only on the Tarek Solik promotion.
You gotta love it. High right round kick from Nandex, going for the big kibosh.
And what's the betting that Nick Barnes is going to have the gloves taped to the side of his head, Michael? Get out the gaffer tape, tape him to the side of his head.
Tape some lead panels to the side of his head, the way this one's going. Going to kick the tattoo off him.
Got a fight on, mate. Come on.
Stanley Nandex.
It's all happening. It is all happening here, and Stanley Nandex may have injured that right arm of his. What's happened there? Has he broken it, Hammer?
Suck it in again.
Has he busted his arm?
This is what Nick Barnes should have just jumped on Stanley Nandex there.
It's like Monty Python in a search for the Holy Grail. The knight kept chopping him down, and he kept going. Here we go, Stanley Nandex. Jeez, Hammer.
Anything goes there on the Gold Coast. Stanley Nandex being taken down.
Nicky Barnes taking it up to him now. Nandex in pain. His forearm's been busted, but he's still going.
Break. Stop back.
It's the Holy Grail in centre ring, Monty Python style. Can Nandex get the big boob shakalaka? There it is. Tags him with a jab. Barnes forced to cover up, and this one here must have gone the distance already in this round, Hammer. We're awaiting the bell. There's been that many stoppages.
Well, maybe they've just done away with rounds, timing rounds as well. Just let it go till someone drops. We're back to the 20s here when there was no time in the rounds.
Fight on.
Unbelievable scenes here in the ISKA South Pacific title on the line. Nandex tags him with the right hand. The bicycle tinkler goes, Hammer, and there's the end of a most controversial round.
Bicycle tinkler indeed, Michael. But probably the most controversial round of kickboxing since Tibor Vermes and Gurkhan Ozcan. There were all sorts of decisions made in centre ring there. Dave Hitchcock calling off the fight in the corner, sort of wanting to get on with it again. There you go, that's kickboxing for you. When they want to fight, they just fight. No niceties about it. The boys wanted to get it on, and they did. And they're back at it again. Tarek Solak, he's laughing at the other side of the ring from me, putting me off just a little bit. But anyway, we're back in centre ring. Paul Fifield issuing instructions to Nandex.
Of course you're strong. Of course you're strong. You're killing him, and you're going to kill him again. You're going to deck him this round again, okay? Your arm sore, you use your legs more, please, okay? Kick him in the leg, mate. Kick him in the leg, then kick him in the head. Don't light up the right hand every time. You've got a good left hook, you can throw a left hook. Okay?
Seconds out, please.
Wow, Paul Fifield telling Stanley Nandex the obvious. You've hurt your arm, son, so go with those big bobsleds of feet and shoes of yours. And Nicky Barnes comes pounding out of his corner. Here we go. Round number 3 of action. Set for 5. ISKA title on the line. Barnes opens up with a high right round kick. Nandex now on the back foot. Oh, he's caught him again!
No, it's all over.
Stanley Nandex!
Dave Hitchcock methodically going through the count now.
Dave's counting him, and Barnes again napping on the canvas.
He's up again.
He's up again. That's unbelievable. Nandex charges across the ring, and Barnes, he goes down.
Well, as Ray Matsumura said to me before this fight, have a look at Nick Barnes because he's very, very tough, and he's proven Ray right.
He's been thrown around like a rag doll, and Dave Hitchcock calling it off.
That's what a man have to do.
Well, there you go, folks. Monty Python in centre ring. It's good night, Irene, and Stanley Nandex wins it. I'll call that one not a TKO, but a WKO, Hammer. A weird KO from Stanley Nandex.
Well, Stanley Nandex and Paul Fifield wondering what the hell they have to do to win the fight. But, I tell you what, take nothing away from Nick Barnes, the Queensland title holder. He put up a great battle, got at least 3 good shin kicks to the face, wore them all with pride. There's another one for you, right there. Down he goes to the canvas, just like a corpse strewn on the canvas there. But he got up again because he's a tough cookie. I tell you what, Nick Barnes, one of Queensland's finest, wore it well. Down he went, only momentarily. He was up, he was playing dead again, and he hopped up again, and he wanted another crack at Stanley, but they decided to call it off right there.
1 minute 19 into the 3rd round, ladies and gentlemen. And Papua New Guinea's finest has done it by knockout. Stan the Knife Nandex.
Well, there you have it, the ISKA title for Stanley Knife Nandex from PNG. Brad Bacali presenting his trophy. And my word, only here on a Tarek Solak promotion.
Nick, A lot of conjecture about that one, whether that first one, whether you were down or not. To be honest, you looked like you were gone.
A bit of playing possum, mate, eh? But obviously the ref didn't see it that way to start with. So, well,
You're lucky boy to get a second chance then.
yeah, I know.
Won't play possum again?
Oh, bloody hell no.
Second time though, you seem to be hurt.
Well, the last time I fell, I was slip. So, I don't know.
Would you like a rematch?
Oh, hell yeah, yeah.
Want a rematch with the knife?
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk with Sarek and we'll see.
Stan, would you take a rematch?
Whatever. I'm just ready. If it's going to be a rematch, that's fine. But I respect my opponent. It was a very tough fighter. I enjoyed my fighting.
Did you mind it when he came back? Were you okay when he came back at you when the fight was allowed to go on?
I mean, it's just his decision to fight, rematch again. It's up to him. According to my promoter, maybe we can rematch. Who knows? Maybe in Melbourne would be better.
Well, will you give them a rematch?
November 26, you can see the advertisement, the K1 Max, 70 kilo limit. There'll be a super bout and it'll be between these two gentlemen. It'll be a rematch in Melbourne.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be at it again. And you can bet your bottom dollar there'll be no possuming.